Well, Simon Hunter is the editor of the English version of El País and joins me now live on the line from Madrid. Morning to you. Look, 4 years, 4 general elections. Is there either a person or a party that can break the current stalemate?
Well, I think that was one of the things that was on display last night during the debate, and it was something that we saw in the debate ahead of the election earlier this year. That these are several of these politicians are going to have to do deals. The polls are predicting that we're not going to get a definitive result again. And these politicians are going to have to do deals. And what we saw last night was, once again, the personal animosity between them. The fact that we went all of that time between April and then as recently as just after the summer without the caretaker Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez and the leader of Unidas Podemos, Pablo Iglesias, being able to put together some kind of deal just suggests that we're just going to see history repeat itself. That the divisions were on show.
Why do you think that is, that there's this such failure for parties to come together and say we'll govern together?
There's a number of reasons. I mean, not least the fact that Spain is just not used to this kind of thing. Spain, since the transition to democracy in the late 70s, has always been a two-party system. The Popular Party and the Socialists basically took turns in power. And then, of course, in recent years, you've had this explosion. I mean, it was a completely new thing last night to see 5 political leaders, because of course the far right Vox was there, and that was the first time that Vox has been in one of these debates. I mean, the other politicians were very much kind of ignoring Vox and letting Vox come up with its very, very hardline policies. The leader Santiago Abascal was talking about banning pro-independence parties. But Vox is there. Let's not forget the Popular Party and Citizens have done governing deals with Vox in other parts of the country, in local and regional governments. So who knows what's going to happen? Even, the polls are suggesting that even the right won't have enough seats to do a similar kind of deal. But at some point, these politicians are going to have to do deals. Otherwise, we will just be forever stuck in this situation.
Well, election after election. Catalonia clearly has been a front and centre issue. There's continued protests throughout the region. But what other issues is this election being fought on?
Well, as I mentioned, that for the far right, it's all about decentralizing Spain, basically bringing, doing away for the far right Vox. All of the ills of Spain are because of the autonomous communities that we've got. The Popular Party, as you'd expect from a Conservative party, is talking about lowering taxes. The Socialist Party is very much coming up with a raft of social measures. The Socialist Party is also talking about an urgent reform of sexual assault laws, which has been a big news with just this recent ruling in the Manresa gang rape case, and of course the infamous running of the bulls case. Citizens is also very much campaigning. Ciudadanos Citizens is very much campaigning on Catalonia, taking a very, very hard line on Catalonia. But I think Citizens is the party that's probably going to suffer the most in the polls. It has not been performing well this year and is probably likely to lose the most support come Sunday.